Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to this HeyTechi video. My name is Stephen, and today I'm going to be looking at the battery base for HomePod Mini by Mission. This is one of the first devices I've seen which allows you to make your HomePod Mini truly portable. As regular viewers on the channel here will know, I've been on the road for the last few months, and that's really highlighted to me the limitations of having a static HomePod Mini. If you've ever been frustrated about taking your HomePod Mini from room to room, don't go anywhere because you'll really want to see this. So, without any further ado, let's get into it and see if this product lives up to my very lofty expectations. Before we go any further, I want to thank Mission for sending me out 2 of their battery bases to review. But you can't buy trust, and the support and the faith of our community is at the heart of this channel. As always, HeyTechi pledges to you, our viewer, to give a completely honest and unbiased opinion on the product so that you can make the best purchasing decisions for you and for your smart home. So this is the Mission battery base for the HomePod Mini, and it's one of the first products I've seen which addresses the fact that the HomePod can't be moved around from room to room. And I have to say, this is a problem which can be a big issue for some smart home users. Whilst being on the road, I've only got one of my HomePod Minis with me, which means I can only have access to all of the great things I can do with my HomePod in one single room. But that's also the situation for a lot of you out there who have just one HomePod Mini. Apple have designed the HomePod Mini as an accessory that you place in every room. But at £99 or $99 per device, not everyone can afford that, and sometimes you just might not want a HomePod in a given room. Apple say they take privacy seriously, but there will be some people out there who just don't want a smart speaker in their bedroom all the time, for example, and that's perfectly okay too. I can say from experience that moving a HomePod Mini from room to room right now is not a fun experience. And that's especially true when you have a cable management system to keep all of your wiring nice and neat, which you're going to have to rip apart every time you want to move the HomePod about. Plus, every time you move it about, you risk damaging the speaker or the cable itself. Or if you want to use your HomePod Mini outside in your garden where you can't get a mains plug connection, you've currently got no neat solutions to use it outside, except for a generic portable battery. But you probably won't have one lying about that has a USB-C port that can also power the HomePod Mini unless you've bought one in the last year or so. What Mission have done here is to design a simple device which aims to resolve this issue, the Mission battery base. They've also done this for Amazon devices, and so their HomePod Mini is their latest offering to support Apple smart speakers. Speaking of Apple smart speakers, I just wanted to remind you all about our giveaway. One lucky subscriber to HeyTechi will win a brand new HomePod Mini in the colour of their choice. To enter, make sure you subscribe to this channel and leave a comment on any HeyTechi video using the hashtag HeyTechi1000 giveaway, telling me what content you want to see on the channel in the future. If you're watching this video, I want to hear your opinion so I can make the best content possible, so why not let me know your thoughts. Full terms and conditions can be found in this video up here, please check that out before entering. Good luck. The battery base comes in this neat little box. Opening up the box, we'll find the battery base wrapped in protective packaging, along with a little piece of paperwork thanking you for your purchase. It's got a little set of instructions on it, as has the side of the box, but realistically you could probably work out how to set this up without them. To do so, first of all, insert the HomePod Mini into the battery base itself. You'll then need to take off the magnetic cover on the base, remove the provided USB-C cable, and then wrap the HomePod Mini's cable around the inside of the base. Once it's wrapped up neatly, you can connect the HomePod's USB-C to the left-hand port. And after that, it's all ready to go. If you need to charge the battery, you don't need to take the HomePod Mini out or even unplug it from that port. There's a port to the right hand side where you'll be plugging in the second USB-C cable, and that's why they provide it. According to Mission, it takes about 3 hours to fully charge. And the great thing is that with this product, Mission says you won't damage the battery life by leaving it plugged in all of the time, thanks to some clever circuitry on the inside. So that means that you can use this as a permanent dock for your HomePod Mini and just unplug it and take it wherever you want in your home at any time. Now, I can't verify the claims that the battery life won't be damaged because I've only had my hands on this device for the last few weeks, but I'll definitely be giving an update in a few months' time, so that'll be on our Facebook and Instagram pages, so if you're not following us on there, make sure you sign up for some bonus content. The battery on board has a maximum capacity of 2000 mAh. Now that's not massive, but Mission claims it offers 5 hours of portable playtime on the box. Now there is a bit of a confusion here I've noticed, with the length of time that you're going to get from portable use. The box says up to 5 hours, the pamphlet inside the box says 5 to 6 hours, but Mission's webpage states you can get up to 9 hours of playback time. Now of course, the total playtime that you'll get out of this device will vary depending on the volume of the audio playback you're using. The louder the HomePod Mini is playing, the more power it's going to consume. Now I did a test run on this and the HomePod Mini played a random playlist of music constantly at 30% volume. Playing it at that, I thought that was about the average that I would be using in my home, and it did reach just over 5 hours of playback time, so that seems to be the most accurate figure. To me, that's more than adequate for use around the house if you wanted to take your HomePod Mini from room to room, but I do have my doubts about how long this battery will last if you crank the volume right up. Considering that the HomePod Mini uses up over 11 times the power between playing the music on 30% versus 100%, I would guess that this power bank would deplete really very quickly if you're playing at louder volumes. At a rough calculation, at 100%, I would expect the battery life of the product to last about an hour, which isn't very long. Now of course, considering how loud the HomePod Mini is, you'll probably not be doing this very often, if ever. So this is probably me being a little bit facetious, but I do like to test out products to their absolute limits. The design of the base itself is pretty good in my opinion. There are 2 colour options, black and white, designed to match your HomePod Mini. The exterior is made from a good quality plastic, so the base itself feels pretty good in your hand. And it's nicely weighted too. The magnetic base on the bottom has a rubber grip on it to help reduce slippage. And it's really effective at stopping small knocks, but if you hit it hard, it will shift on the table. However, if your base does take an accidental hit, you won't need to worry about the HomePod Mini falling out. Inside the plastic docking cup, you've got this rubberized grip which does a fantastic job at holding the HomePod Mini inside. You can even flip it upside down and give it a shake and it won't fall out, something I was really pleasantly surprised by. The power button on the front to turn the device on and off is a little bit superfluous. You'll probably not be using this that often, considering that the HomePod Mini is designed to be on standby most of the time anyway, and if you turn it off, Siri will no longer be responsive. And there's 4 little LEDs embedded into the front to indicate the battery status. I do wish you could turn these off, as the lights at night are very annoying because it does light up the room, although my iPhone camera here couldn't capture it very well. But it is a minor issue in the grand scheme of things, and if you're not planning to use this in the bedroom, well, you probably will never notice. Another small gripe that I have with the design is the magnetic cover on the base. It's got a really strong magnet in it, which is great for keeping the cable secure, but it is very easy to pinch yourself when you're putting the cover back on after you've wrapped the cable up. For that reason, I definitely not recommend letting your smaller kids around this product. I've pinched my hands a few times whilst filming, and whilst you'll rarely be removing the cover once you've got it set up, it is worth bearing in mind. So all in all, is this a product worth having? Well, to answer that, let's compare it to the alternative choice, which is to use a portable battery instead. A portable battery plugged into a HomePod Mini is an easy setup to do. It would be a cheaper option, but you won't have cable management or the protection that the Mission battery base offers. In my view, the design of the base really makes it a preferable alternative to using a portable battery. For one, unlike the battery, it keeps the HomePod Mini off the surface. And that's going to be great for when you're moving the device around. If you're using it indoors, it's going to protect it from spills, and it's going to make sure you don't put it down in a spill accidentally too. And if using it outside, it's going to protect the HomePod Mini from any debris or mud that might be on the ground, or anything else that might happen in outside use. In the line of my testing, I found the device to be an excellent companion for the Apple HomePod Mini. Siri still responded sharply as ever, which tells me the microphones are not obstructed, and I have to say I didn't notice any distortion of the sound or a drop in quality, although I'm not an audiophile. The Mission base definitely makes the whole process of moving your HomePod Mini around from room to room so much easier and so much more convenient. So does that justify the $35 price tag? If your HomePod Mini is your best speaker and you don't have one in every room, I think there's huge value to be had with the Mission battery base. If you don't want to buy a HomePod Mini for use in your garage, or if there's another room in your home that you only want to be occasionally using a HomePod Mini in, then this Mission accessory is really for you. If you don't want the expense of filling your home with HomePod Minis, this product also opens a lot of doors. It costs a little over the third of a price of a single HomePod Mini, and Mission's battery base really takes Apple's smart speaker to the next level. Mission have made a compact device that looks good, it works well, and it resolves an issue which some users are going to face. But the fact remains, it's not going to be for all HomePod Mini users. But if you've ever lamented not being able to pick up your HomePod Mini and take it into another room, I think this is a product you're not going to regret picking up. The only thing that detracts from this product being more useful than it already is actually the limitations of the HomePod Mini itself. Apple intended this to be a static product and not a portable speaker. The HomePod Mini needs a good Wi-Fi connection to work properly, so wherever you move the battery base to, you'll still need a good Wi-Fi connection. There used to be some ways you could get around this using an iPhone hotspot, but I don't recommend this given how bad the general connectivity experience is. There also doesn't seem to be any plans within Apple to let its users use the HomePod Mini as a standalone Bluetooth speaker either. So, whilst the Mission battery base is a great product in my opinion, the limitation of Apple's hardware holds back a lot of the potential it could offer its users. This might change in the future, but for now, the battery base is still going to appeal to a lot of you out there when you just want to occasionally move a HomePod from room to room. It's available right now in the United States, and it'll be launching here in the UK before the end of the year. If you're interested, there is a link to the product in the description down below. Thanks so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please make sure to leave a like on this video if you haven't already done so. Also, let me know what you make of the Mission battery base. Would you find this product useful, or would you just prefer to use a portable battery? Don't forget about our giveaway competition, where one lucky subscriber will be going home with a HomePod Mini in the colour of their choice. The link to that video is also in the description below. Until next time then, I've been Stephen, for HeyTechi.